What's up, guys? Sleepz here with another episode of my journey to an ultimate team, and we're starting this episode off doing a FUT draft. As I mentioned at the end of last episode, we're going to hopefully try and win this thing and get some decent packs so we can open them up, obviously, and hopefully pull a once-to-watch player. That would be really nice. So as you see here, I did not get my preferred formation, which is 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, so I opted for 4-2-3-1 wide. And our selection of captains wasn't all that great. I really debated on whether I wanted Neymar or not. But in the end, I opted for Lukaku because I wanted one of my star players to be somebody who's going to get involved a lot. And obviously, Lukaku's playing striker. We want somebody who's going to be able to bang in the goals, and Lukaku just seemed like a better choice than Neymar, who might not get involved too much out wide. Left mid was a pretty straightforward choice. We went with Marias. He's giving Lukaku the bright link for being Belgian. And I really wasn't too happy with my cam choices here. I didn't want to choose Dybala because I didn't want to stray from the chemistry. Mata didn't seem so great because he's pretty slow. Dele Alli, I'm not that big of a fan of. As a number 10, I prefer playing him more as a CM in FIFA because he doesn't have the skill moves. His pace is okay. I don't know. I just don't think he's that great in that position. Right mid, Mkhitaryan was a pretty straightforward shot. CDM on the left, we went for Schneiderlin, easy enough. And CDM on the right is Wanyama. Right here at left back, you usually do get one of these where it's all silver players. We didn't get anybody from the Premier League whatsoever. I just went for the English guy just in case we got a Premier League center back that was English. I figured he'd at least get guaranteed one link if we did manage to get somebody like that, but we did not. So right here, we are going to go with Varane just because he gets at least one link from Schneiderlin. They share that French connection there. Our other center back, we finally get somebody who's a little bit above average with Azpilicueta in form, 81 pace. He should help out that back line quite nicely. And at right back, we were blessed with Bellerin's pace, 95 pace at right back. So I was very happy with that. So at this moment, only suspect position is left back because we actually do get Schmeichel, which not a bad keeper at all. So I'm hoping to get from the bench a left back, maybe a center back to fill in the spot where Varane was. Maybe if I managed to get a Premier League center back that was good. And other than that, I was happy enough with the team overall. It's not a great FUT draft, but it's not terrible either. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the icons in the starting 11. I was hoping to get one here on the bench or reserves. But so far on the bench, we do not get any icons whatsoever. But we did actually get immediately Courtois, which is a good replacement for Schmeichel. That's obviously a good replacement, and he's also going to give Azpilicueta the bright link. And other than that, as you guys see, we didn't get any icons whatsoever, which is a bit depressing. I really wanted to use one. We're going to go with a French manager there just in case Varane had to stay in the team, which he actually does end up doing that. And the only changes I'm going to make is I'm going to put Kurzawa at left back to give more French links over there. And I'm going to obviously put in Courtois, who's just a better overall keeper than Schmeichel. We made a couple of changes on the bench just to have some better impact substitutions for our matches. And we are now ready to go into the first match of the FUT draft. This guy has a 4-3-1-2 team. It's basically like Brazilian and Premier League. He has a couple of Calcioa players in there. We do open up the scoring there. Kurzawa, the player that I was the least confident in going into this draft, to be honest, actually gives us our first goal off the corner. And then he does make substitutions, which obviously this is FUT draft. You're going to see this all the time. He brought on Ronaldo and Messi, and on top of that, he had Mertens up top. So needless to say, he had a very potent attack, and he was kind of all over me in the opening 45, I would say. You see here, these are all his chances. Ronaldo was a long shot. Messi hit the crossbar. However, the luck does start to change and go in our favor as the clearance falls towards Lukaku, and it's sort of a deflected pass that falls kindly for Dele Alli. We play in Lukaku, who is clean through, and I'm going to be honest, even the finish was a bit lucky. You can't really tell too well on the goal there, but that strike actually went between the goalkeeper's legs, so we got a bit lucky with the finish. Now we're on the ball here with Lukaku. I just kind of have him send him the wrong way. I'm not sure why he really slide tackled right there. It wasn't necessary. And Lukaku gives us a 2-goal cushion. Now you guys see he actually did cue a pause here. It's the 67th minute. I'm thinking, okay, what changes is he possibly going to do to try and get himself in this game? And I was actually ready to make a change myself. What I was going to do here is I was going to put Ali out wide, Mkhitaryan in the middle, and then I was going to sub out Ali and bring on one of the wingers, but he actually quit, which was a bit bizarre to me because it's only the 67th minute. you've got 23 minutes to pick up 2 goals, and he was all over me prior to me scoring those 2. So I don't know. I guess maybe he was a bit annoyed that he didn't capitalize when he had the pressure on me. Nonetheless, we do proceed on to the next round of the FUT draft, and this guy has a 4-3-2-1 La Liga team with Bale and Messi up top. And he's got that right back up there, but I basically immediately knew that was for chemistry purpose. He was going to make a substitution, and he does actually end up doing that. He brings on Neymar to fill in that left wing spot. He goes up early with Messi before he even made his substitution. Bale was a good chance there, and now we're on the ball here with Dele Alli. Mkhitaryan is wide open, and I really do expect him to be scoring that. Unfortunately for us, it hits the post, and in this game, the roles were kind of reversed compared to how it was in the prior. I was all over this guy, but I was just not getting rewarded for all the pressure. You see here on this sequence, we actually hit the post twice, borderline 3 times. It does kiss the post there at the end, but we're all over him, and we're just not reaping the rewards for the immense pressure we're putting on him. His keeper's coming up with save after save. Moya right there with another good one, and unfortunately for us, we couldn't break him, and eventually he breaks us. He goes up 2-1, and at that point, I knew that I needed to make a change. I needed to do something. As I mentioned when I was putting the FUT draft together, I wasn't too crazy about Dele Alli playing the 10 role. So what I thought would be better was to put Mkhitaryan at the 10, and I was going to bring on Salah on the right, which was what I was actually going to do at the end of last game. So in this one, I needed a goal. I had the pressure. I knew I could score. So those are the changes I made, and it turned out to be good. Salah right there breaks free and managed to score on his weaker foot into the bottom left-hand corner. And Salah is on the ball here again. We try the cutback. It falls to Mkhitaryan, and Mkhitaryan just finishes. It was just a scramble in the box. Puts it into the bottom left. And again, Salah again, he was just such a great impact sub for us. Pure pace, gets past his man. We put this one into the middle. It falls to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin hits the post, and Lukaku thankfully was there to clean up. I think we hit the post/crossbar in that match 3 to 4 times, but it's okay. In those situations when you're just feeling like the game's against you, you have to just keep your cool. Do your best to not let the emotions get the best of you and just keep playing your FIFA, and 9 out of 10 times the goals will come. So we're on to the semis now, and this guy has himself a 4-2-2 Serie A BPL hybrid. He actually managed to get 2 icons. Where were my icons? I didn't get a single one. But nonetheless, we do actually get fouled here. Lukaku with a drag back, which, by the way, I think the drag back is going to be very effective in this FIFA. You seem to be able to do it quite often because it seems like in this game, while you're dribbling, the ball seems to be more close to your feet than in other FIFAs, if that makes any sense. So it seems just easy to execute that and just quickly change directions with drag backs. He finds the equalizer there. Aguero is played in. He was on the break, and Aguero's always going to score that. And that was actually all the scoring in regulation time. You guys saw I was edging him just slightly in shots and things like that, but we were dominating possession. I did already make the Salah change, and I also brought on Keita on the left wing. But I decided to just take out Dele Alli and stick in Klaassen at number 10 to see if he could do any better. Close call for us here. Sane right there, shooting at the near post. Courtois had to make that save. Now we're on the ball here with the man that we just brought in off the bench. I'm not really too sure what those skills were about. I was just trying to make myself a little bit of space, and we managed to bend that one in from the top of the box. We're on the ball here. We cross it in. Falls kindly for Wanyama, makes it 3-1, and from there it was basically a GG. We do manage to bag another one though. We're on the ball here with Keita, pass that off to Salah. Salah just at the last second manages to cut that back to Schneiderlin, and he passes it into the empty net. So our substitutions were pretty positive, I'd say. Salah right there getting the assist. Keita helped just prior, Klaassen with the long shot, and just like that, we are on to the finals of the FUT draft with this team that is actually performing not too bad. My only complaint throughout the entire thing was it's just Dele Alli just didn't feel creative enough in that number 10 role. Our final opponent has a 4-1-4-1 Serie A team apart from the 2 icons on the left-hand side. I was a bit scared about Henry. Defending him in the entire game was kind of a nightmare, to be honest. He was very good with them. We do score, though, in the 10th minute. Mkhitaryan just basically, I had him going all the wrong ways whenever I take a touch on the ball. And we scored there coolly and calmly. And now he does win himself a corner. And this was just terrible defending for me. Looking back at this on hindsight, I let him get inside way too easy. And even the goal here is a bit scrappy. The situation in its entirety could have been avoided if I just didn't let him come inside for free. It was just much too easy for him to score. And from there, this is his bad defending. Similar to what I did to him with Mkhitaryan, he did to me with Gomez. At the very last second, we do get a block there from Bellerin, but our keeper had gone to ground and it just bounced right over him, unfortunately for us. So it is time to make that trademark change that has worked for us so well so far in this FUT draft. Mkhitaryan in the middle, Dele Alli gets put out wide, sub him out, bring on Salah, and let's see what happens. Salah did cause a little bit of danger. It led to a save, and the poor clearance falls to Lukaku, and you definitely don't want the ball falling to him in the box. We're out wide now here with Keita. We're going to cross this in. The keeper is actually going to barely get a fingertip on that, parry it, and Mkhitaryan is there to put it in to the empty net. We are going to earn ourselves a penalty here, which I thought was extremely suspect. Actually, going to let the replay rock on this one. You guys let me know what you guys think. Was this a penalty or not? I don't really see anything wrong with the challenge. It seems like Cuadrado wins the ball fairly cleanly. Maybe he clips me just a little bit. I mean, to me, that's a clean tackle. He won the ball fair and square, but I'll take it, especially if it will solidify our victory. We step up with Lukaku, looking to restore our 2-goal cushion, and it goes in off the crossbar. I don't think any keeper is going to be saving that one. So we're moving on to this last clip here of this game. Salah's on the ball, and I just kind of kept this in here to show just what an impact he had. If I had to say the player of the tournament was probably Salah. Every time I brought him in off the bench, he caused problems for my opponent. You see, he only played one half and he was on a 9.5 rating. And in the first match I think I brought him on, he had a perfect 10. So Salah was definitely the player of this tournament. Every time he came off that bench, he had an impact, and he ended up essentially winning us that final as well. So we won, we got our rewards. The rewards weren't all that great. 2 rare gold packs and a premium gold pack isn't the greatest thing, but it's not the worst. I think you can get like the premium players pack, I think is like the worst thing you can get, and like some coins. So we're going to go ahead and open these bad boys up. I was going to hold on to them, but honestly, I just couldn't wait any longer. So we'll see what we get in our first pack, which is the 2-player pack. I'm just kind of going in order from worst pack to best pack. So we're going to open the 2-player pack first, the Electrum Players pack, and then I have the 2 premium gold packs, and we're going to finish off with the 225k. So we got Bartra there. Not a bad center back. Maybe I'll use him in a rotation squad. I do have to make a B team, and there's a good chance that team might be Bundesliga. Our second pack wasn't all that great, and I actually made a mistake here. I didn't realize this was a 15k pack. If I had known, I would have opened the 7.5k pack first. Regardless, we open this one and we get Guardado, which isn't the greatest player to pull. I don't see myself really making a B team that is La Liga based. I'm kind of leaning more towards Bundesliga, so highly unlikely I'll use him. We're going to send everything to the transfer list, and I got a Liverpool kit, and usually, like I mentioned before, all the Premier League stuff usually sells very easily early on in FIFA. So we're on to the last of the cheap packs, 7.5k pack here. We don't get anything great, but it's all good because the buildup has been waiting for these 25 all rare packs, and I've actually gotten decent things out of these packs before, so I don't think they're all that bad. So we're going to go ahead and crack open this first one, hoping for some flares, hoping for some billboards. Well, flares are guaranteed because it's all rare, but we're hoping for the billboards, 83 plus. We don't get them, obviously. We actually get James Milner of all players. I'm not even sure that this Premier League player will sell for all that much. I don't know who's going to be rocking a 67 pace left back, but nonetheless, these are all freebies. It's much better. We only spent 300 FIFA points, and we got, I think, almost 1,000 FIFA points worth of packs. So if you want to optimize your FIFA point usage, FUT Draft is definitely the way to go. In our last 25k pack, we didn't get anything. Bursa, who is an improvement over our current cam, which is Cicciaretti, so I might actually end up using him. I think he has better like long shots and is just better overall with his passing and vision, so we might actually swap out those 2 players, but I haven't made that decision yet. So as you guys see here, we didn't really get anything too great out of our rewards. Now I wanted to ask you guys, I have a remaining 850 FIFA points. Do you guys want me to just spend those on packs outright? Would you guys like to see another FUT draft maybe in a few episodes time, see if we can get some better packs? Ones to watch are out until October 9th, so we have a little bit more time to hopefully try and pull one of those players. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the series. If you are, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.